Wiwa Phrasamut was adapted from the Greek mythology, which was Perseus and Andromeda story. These two stories are involved to sacrifice a maiden to the god of the sea and the holy sea serpent. And these two stories also have the hero to help the maiden from harm. There are some stories in the world that were influenced by Greek mythology. One of the stories is Wiwa Phrasamut. This story was created by almost the same plot as one of the stories in Greek mythologies called Andromeda. The similarities of these two stories are the fate of Andromeda in Greek mythologies and Andromeda in Wiwa Phrasamut, who were taken to be a sacrifice to worship the sea serpent and the god of the sea. The heroes in these two stories were brave, and these two stories have similarly happy ending. The differences between these two stories are the princess dynasty that made the different cause of the sacrifice, the cooperations between the princess and her hero to fight again, the solution of heroes and the relationship between princess and the hero. In the story of Andromeda, the princess and the hero has not known each other before, but in Wiwa Phrasamut, the two main characters were the lovers. Therefore, the similarities and the differences of these two stories are the fate, the cause of sacrifice, the way of heroes to overcome obstacles, and relationship of lovers.
Both Andromeda in the story of Perseus in Greek mythology and Andromeda in Wiwa Phrasamut in Thai literature are the princes who have resembled fate in their life. The first similarity is sacrifice. Each of them was sacrificed to avoid the danger occurred to her city. Andromeda in the Greek mythology was sacrificed to a horrible sea serpent. Another Andromeda in Wiwa Phrasamut was sacrificed to the god of the sea. The second similarity is she was rescued in the end of each story. Each of them were rescued by the main male character. Andromeda in the Greek mythology was saved by the great hero named Perseus, and Andromeda in Wiwa Phrasamut was saved by the prince named Andre. These two stories also have the difference. The difference is how she helped the main male character to rescue herself. In the Greek mythology, Andromeda did nothing. Moreover, Andromeda in Wiwa Phrasamut has the intelligence to find a way to escape from sacrifice. Therefore, Andromeda in the Greek mythology and Andromeda in Wiwa Phrasamut both were sacrificed and helped. But Andromeda in Wiwa Phrasamut had more intelligence than one in the Greek mythology.
The cause of sacrifice of both stories is from their families, which were both king dynasties. In Andromeda in Greek mythology, the cause of sacrifice was from Andromeda's mother, who boasted that she was more beautiful than the Nereids, who were the sea nymphs. This caused Poseidon angry and punished the queen by sending a sea serpent to destroy the kingdom. The oracle of Apollo told the king that he must sacrifice his daughter to reduce the punishment. However, the The cause of sacrifice Andromeda in Wiwa Phrasamut happened because she was a royalty. And Andromeda was a daughter of Alpha Beta Island kings. The citizens in this island believed that in every 100 years, a virgin woman must be sent as a sacrifice to the god of the sea. Andromeda was the most appropriated woman for this sacrifice because she is virgin and quite beautiful. Moreover, she is a royalty. Finally, the king sent her as a sacrifice to the god of the sea. You can realize that the main reason of the sacrifice in Wiwa Phrasamut was not from her family directly, but because the tradition of the island. Therefore, the sacrifices of these two stories are from their families that made the sacrifices happen.
But Perseus and Prince Andre were heroes, although they had a different way to overcome the obstacles. The similarity of Perseus and Andre is that Perseus and Andre were considered as a hero, and the difference of the two heroes is that they had a different way for overcoming the obstacle. To illustrate, Perseus could rescue Princess Andromeda, who was a victim in sacrifice, to survive from a sea serpent, which was a cruel and horrible monster. He used his physical strength and a sword of Hermes to kill a sea serpent. Although killing a sea serpent was a difficult task, he eventually succeeded. On the contrary, Andre could help Andromeda from the god of sea, who was known as Phrasamut. He risked to face difficulty that might occur in the future if he obstructed sacrifice. He collaborated with warship commander in planning. He claimed that he was a delegate of Phrasamut, and Andromeda was not necessary to be the sacrifice anymore. Therefore, it is not surprising that Perseus and Prince Andre were regarded as a hero, even though they overcame the obstacle with a different way.
In both stories, Andromeda and Wiwa Phrasamut, the stories are ending with happiness. The difference is relationship in the star stories. In the Greek myth, after Perseus saved Andromeda from sacrifice, they got married. In the last chapter of Wiwa Phrasamut, Andromeda and Andre were also married. In the part of difference, the relationship in the beginning of Andromeda and Perseus in Greek myth was just an unknown person. Perseus was returning from killing Gorgon Medusa. He unexpectedly saw the chain of Andromeda. Perseus killed the sea serpent and set Andromeda free. Then they knew each other and married. In the beginning, Wiwa Phrasamut, Andromeda and Andre are lovers. King Midas did not like Andre because Andre is a poor prince. Andromeda and Andre help each other to fight against for them to be together. Despite the plots at the beginning were different, the end were ending with blissfulness.
In conclusion, Wiwa Phrasamut and Andromeda have four similarities and differences: fate, the cause of sacrifice, the way of heroes to overcome obstacles, and relationship of lovers. The names of main female characters in two stories are Andromeda. Their fates are the same, which is the sacrifice for the sea serpent and the god of sea. However, there is the different point that is Andromeda in Wiwa Phrasamut accompanied with her lover to survive from the sacrifice and marry to each other at last. The cause of sacrifice is same because it comes from family. Andromeda in Greek is that her mother underestimated the daughter of the sea god, and Andromeda in Wiwa Phrasamut is sacrificed for tradition of king dynasty. By the way, two stories have hero to help princess from sacrifice, and the ending of two stories are similar, which is a happy ending. Therefore, Thai people add costumes to the Greek mythology because Wiwa Phrasamut gets influence and inspiration from Andromeda in the Greek mythology.